Do you want to make money online selling templates? A product that you can create once and sell it over and over again without having to worry about replenishing inventory? If your answer to these questions is yes, then this video is for you, because in it, I will show you how to create and sell editable templates to make money online. Coming up.
Hello guys, this is Sonic here from Template Warriors. On this channel, we help you create and sell digital products online and also help small businesses grow using the right digital tools through online video just like this one. So if you are new here, consider subscribing. That said, let's jump into the video.
A template can be editable or printable, which your clients can go ahead and download and use it whichever way they want. So if I go over to Etsy.com, a platform where you can sell just about any digital product, then I search for Invoice template. I have Invoice template right here. I click on it. You will see different designs of editable invoices other people are selling on Etsy. And I'm going to show you how to create one of these. Of course, you don't have to copy from any of this. However, you can take inspiration from them. So if I click on any of this, you see that this is an invoice template which is editable as well as printable. And from the look of things, this seller designed this template using Microsoft Word. So this is exactly what I'll show you how to do in this video. It should be noted that there's no specific design when it comes to designing invoices. All what you need to do is be creative and you come up with your own unique design. So let's start creating our invoice, and we are going to do it right inside Microsoft Office Word. Having opened Word, I go over to the Insert tab, then I click on Table, and I'm going to go ahead and insert a table of 2 columns, 3 rows. So I have 2 columns, then I go down to the 3rd row, then I click to insert my table. In the first cell, I'm going to go ahead and insert a logo. So I go over to the Insert tab again. Take note, my insertion point is inside the first cell. Then I click on Pictures, this device. I have my logo right here. I just select it, click on Insert. It is too big. I'll go ahead and reduce the size like this much. In the next cell towards the right, I enter quotes. I'll make it capital letters. In this cell below, I enter the name of my company, Hooper Web, and I hit enter, and I'm going to go ahead and enter my slogan. In here, I enter invoice number. So I'll just get a sample number. I'll make it in thousands. Perfect. Hit enter, and I enter date. So with the date, if I want, I can insert an automated date such that anytime I open the invoice, I'll get a current date. But you don't have to do this if you don't want that. I just want to show you the possibilities. So to insert an automated date, I go over to Insert, then I go over to Date and Time. I'll go ahead and choose this format and make sure Update Automatically is checked, then click on OK. So each time this document is opened, you get a current date. Perfect. In the last row on the first cell, I enter my address. Okay, I've entered my address. Finally, in this cell, I'll enter expiration date. And with this expiration date, it cannot be automated date. For this date, you always have to enter it. So I'll just go ahead and enter in some date so that it won't be blank. Awesome. I exit out of this table and I'm going to insert a new table. First of all, I hit enter. Then I go over to Insert, click on Table. This time around, I need a table of 2 columns, 1 row, just like that. So in here, I enter 2. In the next cell, I enter the details of the client. So the name of the client is John Doe. Hit enter. His company name, JG Company Limited. Hit enter. If there's street address, you can enter his phone number, enter. If you use customer ID, you can go ahead and add that. Maybe some numbers. Next, I exit out of this table and I hit enter. Now go ahead and insert a new table by going to insert table. And this time around, I'll insert a table of 4 columns, 2 rows, like this. In the first cell, I enter salesperson. Next, job, followed by payment terms, and finally due date. All these fields are simple to get. Maybe the payment terms can be due on receipt. I exit out of this table and I hit enter. Next, I insert my final table. So I go over to insert. Then I click on table. This table is going to be 4 columns, 15 rows. And in here, I wouldn't be able to get that. So to be able to insert the exact number of columns and rows, I need to click on insert table. Number of columns, I enter 4. The number of rows, I enter 15. Then I click on OK. Perfect. Then I go ahead and enter in my text. So first I have quantity, description, unit price, and finally amount. And the unit price, going to the last 3 cells. In here, I enter subtotal. Going down, I enter sales tax. And finally, grand total, or you can just call it total, whichever way you like it. Next, I exit out of this table and I hit enter. Then I enter quotation prepared by. Maybe I can provide some line here. I just hold down shift and I press the dash key, hit enter, another enter. Next, I enter in some acceptance text. To accept this quotation, sign here and return. I'll provide another line. Perfect. And finally, I'll enter thank you for your business. So all my information is entered. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and format my tables. Starting from top.
If you are finding value so far, please give this video a thumbs up. It does help me out so that the video will be suggested to more people on YouTube and also benefit more people. Alright, let's continue.
First of all, I don't need these lines on the table, so I select the entire table by clicking on the cross icon right here. Then I go over to table tools, table design, and the borders, I click on borders, then I choose no border. Meanwhile, you see that I still have some lines. These are only grid lines. If I print the invoice, these lines will not show. They are only here to guide me. So for you to be able to see this grid line, you need to make sure that you go to borders and make sure view grid line is selected. So if I click on it, the grid lines will go off. So I'll go back and make sure they are enabled. Perfect. Next, I click on this text. You only need to click on it, then go over to layout. Then I'll align it to top right so that it will be at this corner. Meanwhile, I'll increase the size by going to home, and I'll go ahead and increase the size from here. 28 is cool. I can make it bold. Next, I click in this cell, and I go back to layout, and I'm going to go ahead and align it to bottom left. Meanwhile, I'll increase the size of the name of my company. I go to home, increase the size to 26. Whatever size you get here will depend upon how lengthy your company name is. Next, I select the slogan, and I'm going to go ahead and make it italicized. I'm still in this cell. Next, I go over to layout and the table tools, and I'm going to go ahead and increase the height to 2 centimeters. Next, I click anywhere in this cell and I'll go ahead and align it bottom right. Perfect. Next, I click in here and make sure it is aligned top left and in here top right. Next is this table. All what I need to do here is move this line. Make sure you get these 2 headed arrows when you point on the line and the vertical bar, then you take it to this match. And I'm going to go ahead and take off the lines. So I select the entire table, then I go over to table design, borders, no border. Next is this table. I make sure everything is selected. Then I go over to layout and I'll increase the height to 0.7 centimeters. The table is still selected. I'll align everything to the center. Perfect. Maybe I want to change the thickness of the line on top. So I go to table design. Then I go over to line weight. At the moment it is half pt. So I choose maybe 2/4. After choosing the line, you see that border painter is highlighted or selected. So all what I need to do is come right here. Make sure the tip of the brush is on the line. Then click on it and drag to the end. Perfect. So whilst the brush is still active, maybe I want to do the same thing to this particular line on top. Awesome. To disable the brush, I click on border painter and the brush is disabled. Next, I format this table by selecting it. So if I click in here, I click on the cross icon, then I go over to layout and I'll increase the height to 0.7 centimeters. Now I'll format individual cells. So first of all, the row on top, I highlight everything, then I align everything to the center. The whole of this column, I'll align it to left center. The same goes to this particular column. And here under unit price and amount, since we are going to be talking about money, they should be aligned to the right. So I highlight everything in here. Then I click on align center right. Next, I'm going to go ahead and adjust the columns. So starting from here, I move it this much. I'll decrease the amount. Make sure you remove the highlighting like this much. And I'll decrease the unit price column as well, so that there will be enough space for discretion. Next thing I'm going to do is remove some lines here I don't want, starting from this side. I don't need all the inner lines, so I highlight them up, then I go over to table design, then I choose no border. But you can see that the line here is off, meanwhile we need it, and the line here as well. So what we can do is I can highlight here, that is the 3 cells here, then I go over to borders, then I choose left border. Oops, it is still using the line weight I selected earlier. I'll take it back to half, then I go back to borders, then I choose left border. Next, I go ahead and highlight these 3 cells. Then I go to borders. This time around, I'll choose bottom border. Maybe I can add some more flavor to my tables by making the headings bold. Perfect. Everything is set. However, you see that I have 2 pages which I don't want. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I want to decrease the margin down here below. So to do that, I go to the ruler right here. Then I hover in between the white area and the gray area. I'll get these 2 headed arrows. I click and drag down like this. I'll go up and do the same thing so that I'll have 1 page. I still have 2 pages. I can still go up a bit. Now I have 1 page. Perfect. One thing I can also do is select this text. Then I make it bold, italic, and align it to the center. Now let's take a preview of it and see how it will come up when we try to print it. Okay, so this is how my invoice will look like. Very neat and clean. I go back. So with this, you can go ahead and save it as a template so that each time you open the template, it will give you a new document instead of distracting the main template. So let me show you how you can save this as a template. To do that, I go over to File, then I click on Save As. You can choose whichever location you want. I'll choose Document and see what I'll get in the end. Then the file name, I call it Invoice. And then Save As Type, I drop down the arrow, then I go ahead and choose Word Template. And it will take me off from the Documents folder and now redirect it to the Custom Office templates. Next, I click on Save, and my invoice template is saved. Selling digital templates, you don't have to use real names or images. So with the logo, you can come up with a design that your users can easily replace. And the name of the company here, you can easily enter company name or name of company so that the client can go ahead and edit it upon downloading the product. So all these fields, you can go ahead and use dummy content. So now if I exit from here, then I go to my save template. This is the template we've just saved. This is what you can upload on Etsy so that your clients will go ahead and download and use it whichever way they want. So assuming they download and open up this template, you see that it has opened in a new document, and they can go ahead and edit this without having to mess with the original template. Now, if you are new to Etsy and you want to start selling on it, all what you need to do is go to the bottom part of the page and you go ahead and click on Sell on Etsy, which will bring you to this page, and from here you can take it from there. So that's it on how to create and sell editable templates to make money online.
Alright, that's it guys. I hope you found value in today's video. If you did, kindly hit the like button, subscribe if you have not yet subscribed, and also enable the notification bell so that each time I post a new video on this channel, you'll be the first to know. Keep watching, and I'll see you in the next one.